All right, all right, fine. I'll be a gracious host. How you doing?
Little Mermaid is the scariest Disney movie by far, though.
Why the hell is Ace Blade in your Kickstarter?
Some comics. I'm getting controversial today. We're gonna get controversial today with
my proudest moment is this interview and being able to talk to you two.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Taurus Comics in collaboration with Fourth Wall Productions respectfully brings to you the 132nd episode of the Four Tales podcast. I'm going to block Danny because he's trying to distract me, but I am your host, Kyra Silva. Across the way is the lilac wordsmith of Ace Blade, Danny J. Quick. And together we're your two award-winning Blurred comic creators here to help you find your next favorite comic. We are live on the Age of Geekdom Network via Facebook, Twitter. Whoa, nope. Scratch that. Facebook,
What?
Instagram, Kick, Twitch, YouTube, and Danny's TikTok. So if you're listening or watching us live, thank you for your support. But don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and review this podcast because all your positive reviews, interactions help us reach a bigger audience. Boom. I was actually going to go live on my TikTok, but then I went to open it up and it said it had to update. So I was like, nope, I'm done.
That happens. that one little thing just destroyed your whole plan.
I was excited too. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do TikTok. Cause I did TikTok earlier. I'm like, I'm gonna do it. Nope.
Terrible.
You screwed up, TikTok.
Hey, they messed it up having to update and things like that. It happens though, man. The slightest inconvenience can like really just throw you way off. So I've experienced that. I've experienced that multiple times. So, how you been though? Otherwise,
I'm all right, man. I'm doing good. Rested from the last week. I'm excited for this week. I'm back into doing artwork again, which is always fun. And hold on, I gotta hold on. Oh no, go. Yeah, I'm doing good. Doing good.
What do you have? No, you got a sneaky look on your face. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't know what you're doing, but I don't like it.
What? Why don't you like it? Why don't you like it?
We've done over 100 episodes together. I can tell when you're doing something sneaky, and I don't like it. Kyron, what are you doing?
Nothing. I'm not doing nothing. I'm not doing anything. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. I don't know what you're looking at your phone for, but stop it, whatever it is. All okay, right. It says, "Hey, we back here, man. No, I'm happy. I'm happy to be doing this show, man. It's just great. It's just great. Why is your face? What is your face doing? Why? What are you looking at?
Nothing. We ain't doing nothing. How you doing, Danny? How you been?
You doing
your
something,
moms?
man?
How your family?
I don't like it.
Right. What? What do you mean you don't like it?
I don't know what you're doing because I can always tell when you're doing something sneaky, man. I can tell when you're about to put up a random clip or something. You're doing something you ain't supposed to be doing.
I am never okay. I'm always doing something I should not do. You're right.
Yeah,
but okay, what am I supposed to be doing? Tell me what I'm supposed to be doing.
Supposed to be producing this show right now. So
if you're
doing anything but that, you're doing something wrong.
I'm here, ain't I?
Yeah, you are. Let's see.
All right.
I'm sure it'll pop up in the middle of the show. All right. So, comic books, man.
Yeah.
Reading anything good? Reading anything good?
I started reading volume 2 of the Milestone Compendium.
Oh yeah.
Or book 2, not volume 2. It's book 2.
Yeah.
Definitely a lot of good stuff.
It was some. I think that's one thing about like mainstream. The thing about comic books, period, like mainstream comics, is that you have room to fill. Like I was looking at somebody's analysis. I think it was Victor Dandridge. He was saying one thing about indie comics is like literally one bad issue can wreck your whole, comic book series. Like if you have one issue that just really falls flat or really turns people off, can mess your whole experience up. So, but thankfully our guest, has not had that issue. He's just been putting out issue after issue after issue that has been good, great, awesome. So it's wonderful to have him back. My man Marvin Wynn of Comicsburg is in the building. What's happening? What's happening?
It's another beautiful, somewhat cold, somewhat warm day here in Pittsburgh. We got the jet streams from those hurricanes and things like that. So it's hot, then it's cold, then it's hot, then it's cold. But we're living.
Yes, and it's no, it's in and it's out. Oh,
exactly. There you go. You got it.
All right. So Marvin, it's been 2 years since I talked to you.
About 2 years. It's been all 2 years. Yeah.
Okay. Let me see. You were episode 5. Wow. Holy wow! I've gained like 30 pounds since that episode. Wow.
Have we not talked to you? Have we not had you on the show since then? For real?
Let me see. I don't think so.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, I'm usually popping into your chat, starting trouble, but
Yeah. That is true, and we appreciate it though. We appreciate the starting of trouble.
Okay, so what's been new, Marvin, since episode 5?
Since episode 5
episodes ago. What's different?
Was that 2022? Comicsburg didn't even exist then.
Nope. Yeah, that was 2021.
Yeah. Comicsburg didn't so. Since then, Comicsburg it became a thing.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Well, what is Comicsburg?
So Comicsburg was originally a way for the creators here in Pittsburgh to attend conventions together and save money. So as anyone who knows or doesn't know, going to a convention is expensive, not just because of table fees. You've got gas, you've got lodging, you've got food, all the things you're going to need when you go to some of these shows. And depending on how long it is, you're going to raise up those costs. So doing it by yourself, probably a no-no. Doing it with 3 or 4 other people always brings those costs down for you.
Now, the name is Comicsburg, which immediately means Pittsburgh. I'm assuming there's some connection there.
Yes. Out of Pittsburgh.
Okay.
So the logo is black and yellow. We got bridges and everything related to Pittsburgh there. So we like to say that Pittsburgh is more than, Pirates, Pierogies, and Penguins. And since Steelers doesn't start with S, they're not part of it, but they're part of it too. So
okay.
Well,
wow.
I was about to say you're leaving one big one out there,
right? It doesn't start with P, so it doesn't flow.
We're leaving out the 76ers too, and the Eagles. Well, no, I'm sorry, not the Eagles.
That's Philly, bro. That's
Philly.
Right.
No, that's cool. I think we recently had Paige Alfred on.
Yes.
Who was promoting Daisy Chain at the time, I believe it was.
No, Blowtorch.
Was it Blowtorch? It was
Blowtorch.
Yep. And we did talk Daisy Chain also. And I know he's part of the group also. I don't know why I thought he was from Florida though.
He is.
Okay, he is from Florida.
So let's just say that one of our members, DP Brown, he's from Cleveland.
Oh.
So yeah, and he was living here in Pittsburgh, so we let him in.
Oh. I love how you're like, we just let him in,
We let a guy from Cleveland in, that Pittsburgh and Cleveland, man, it's this.
Right.
So we let him in. So we had to let Paige in. He's from Florida or New York or wherever he's from this week. So it was cool. But I mean, I've known him for a long time, and we have been planning on doing all this stuff years and years ago. So I was saying back in the America Online days, so back in the early 2000s, that we've been planning things. So 20 years or more ago. So when the opportunity came up, kind of pounced on it to bring them on board.
Okay. That's good. That's one thing about the indie community. Like, you really can build. It seems like you can, find people who have shared interests and things like that. Mm-hmm. And, relationships don't always work out. You meet people and you try to work with people and it doesn't always work. But sometimes you can really latch on to people and, end up doing 130-something episodes of a podcast with them or something like that.
Right. But I mean, and the best part about it is that you learn lessons from those other things to know how not to do it so that you know how to do it better.
That's fact. That's fact. That's right.
You've been doing some amazing things with your book, The Edge. For anybody that's not familiar with it, can you give us a brief, because
Sure.
you have a lot going on there, but a brief
Right.
overview of what it is?
So I usually I try to do the table pitch. So when someone comes up to the table at a convention, it's all about grabbing attention fast.
Mhm.
What can I tell this person to get them to not only stop and listen, but to pick the book up and say, "Oh, this could be something I like to read." So the Edge is a drug that can grant people special abilities. So all of the superpowers you see in X-Men and Justice League and going back into the 90s, Wildcats and things like that can do that. But the more you use the powers, the closer you are to death or destruction. So you're either going to lose your life or your mind. And that immediately goes drugs. That's the first thing they key on. And then consequences. So people like the drug part and they like the consequences of it, that in those kind of things, like things feel finite in the world like that. So if you remember back in the 90s when you had Valiant, and their thing was dead is dead. So if a character died, they were gone. And that's the one of the certain things you want to do is if you see a body, then they're gone. They're not coming back.
Mm. Okay, I like it. I like it, man. I've been following. I can't say when we met. I want to say it was probably during the short fuse days, probably, but
Yeah,
just been following your work for a long time. And man, you're one of the people that inspires me to keep learning and keep growing. I think
appreciate it.
I saw you at briefly at Heroes Con
Yeah,
last year.
last year.
Last year.
Yes,
Yep. And it's always good to see you, man. And it's always good to have you on. It's always good to see your work growing. So, but the thing I want to ask about, I know we talked a little bit before the show about Comics Pro. And tell us about that. I know that it's a kind of a gathering of industry comic book professionals. Um, I want to say it's more comic book shop owners um, and businesses trying to get into comic book shops who can kind of mix and mingle and
yeah.
something like that to kind of find out what's hot, what's not, what's coming out and stuff like that. Is that kind of what it is, or am I way off base?
Right. So I would consider it like not a comic book convention, but more like a trade show.
Mhm.
So if anyone's been to a trade show, you set up a table and then the retailers or distributors are set loose to walk around and come and talk to you. So I would say it's in that mode. So you get presentations from the Marvels, the DCs, the Image books, Boom, etc., etc., and they're going over. So they're pitching to the retailers. This is what we have coming out. This is what's new. This is our new incentive program. This or that. So you're not really there to kind of sell books, even though it's happened. Like we did sell books there before, and we did again here. So you're trying to kind of weigh where you are in the industry.
Mhm.
So we picked up quite a few new retailers last year and this year, just for a couple minutes of talking to them, because they, like I said, it's like a trade show. They walk around, they spend a couple minutes with you at your table, and then they do round robin table. So you go into a room and you sit at a table, a retailer comes up. After 5 minutes, they get up and leave, and then round robin around, and then another retailer comes. So it's retailers, it's publishers, it's creators, it's other industry people. So like ICV2, Diamond, Lunar, like Comic Shop News. So it's a good thing because you get to talk to. I don't want to say the big guns, but the people who you feel like are influencing a lot of things as far as the industry goes. So a lot of these people have active Facebook pages, they have active YouTube channels. So their voices is ringing loudly in the ear of the customers that are coming into the stores.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely got to go, man. Like I said, I got the owner of Acme Comics here in Greensboro, North Carolina. He always encourages me. He goes every year to find out what books will be coming out for his store. And
Mhm.
he's encouraged me for the past couple of years to do it. So I got to make sure that I get in there. So hopefully, I know it's like you said, it's not going to be in Pittsburgh next year, but if you go out, hopefully I'll see you there, man.
Right. So I mean, our plan is to travel where they go, because it's such a good opportunity to get in front of people and be face to face. So we send we do emails, we do calls, we do shows with retailers, like a YouTube show with retailers now. But it's really good to be in front of someone in their face and talking to them, and showing them what you have. And I think it goes a long way of like the personability of it, and to show that you're a real person and you're not just some guy just calling them randomly up on their phones on a Wednesday, which people have done. and bugging them about, hey, are you gonna carry my book? Like, man, look at calling me, I'm busy.
Right. I'm selling comics today.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
Right.
No, I think
even though it's not a go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, even though it's not a convention, do you still treat it like a convention as far as your sales pitch and how you present your books to people that come by, or do you sort of have a different mentality with that?
Right. So you want to treat it like that because you've got limited time. So the walking around part is maybe an hour. So maybe on one day, maybe on 2 days. So the first time we went last year, it was Thursday and Friday. And then this year they did it twice in one day. So you've got limited time. So you're using what you've learned in a convention to try to pitch to retailers, and then letting them ask questions. So the one thing that I encourage is swag. So giving somebody something away to someone is going to get you some attention when they get back home. Oh, I'm going through my swag, and I got this postcard, I got this poster or something that they can look at and say, oh, yeah, I remember those guys. They were really cool. And like, it was good of us because we got to actually sit down with Joe Murray from Captain Blue Hen. And he said he was really impressed with us. And then he's now the president of Comicsburg. So,
oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. And that's something that, us indies probably don't hear about as much until, you get 6, 7, 10 books in, maybe somebody will mention it to you. Maybe somebody will mention it to you. Maybe, if they, want you to succeed, they'll say, hey, man, check this out. But, that's one of those things that if you're in the industry, of comics, or, a publisher of comics, that I feel like would come, just something that you would just do. And, sharing that kind of information definitely is can be helpful to indies for sure.
Right. And I mean, when I was there and I came back, I immediately posted, says we got a lot of talking to do about this stuff, because this is something honestly that we can do on our own. Like, we can do an indie summit type of thing online, and I mean, we'll be talking about that because we're probably going to do it next year. But now that we kind of have the ear of these retailers, and I mean, if you look at some of the YouTube channels coming from these shows, they're talking about our stuff all the time. They're talking about Comicsburg. We sent T-shirts out. They're wearing our shirts on their shows. So that's the kind of relationship that we're building, and I want to extend that olive branch to other people and say, hey, don't just check out The Edge. Check out Zob, or check out other books that indie creators are putting out, because it's quality stuff. And the one thing that I encourage for retailers is that if you have a customer who is not interested in what Marvel and DC are doing as far as superheroes, encourage them to try something else. Put something else into their box. Put an Ace Blade in their box, and just see how they react to it, because you never know where you're gonna get a new customer from. You don't want to lose that person because they don't want to buy certain books. So you want to give them something else to encourage them to come into that shop still.
Well, we want our listeners to buy The Edge. Now, you have your book currently on Kickstarter.
Yes, sir.
This is actually for the trade for volumes 1 and 2, right?
Yeah. So this is starting. It's the volume 2 trade, but then the volume 1 trade is available. I also added, if you just want to jump in on issue 1, that's available there too. There are singles, so you can get 1 through 4 singles. You can get 5 through 9 singles. We've got bottles of drugs, again with pills in it that I would encourage you not to ingest.
Wow.
Don't put it inside of you in any way, because
Now we have to ingest it. I mean, you won't
right?
encourage us not to.
Right. Well,
There's
remember those
because
dare
you'll destroy what's inside of it. So there's a scroll inside of it that you can twist it open. There'll be a scroll, and then you read it, and you might get something special.
You got to make the Edge Dare, like you got to make the Edge Dare shirts, like the Edge, except like in the Dare font. You got to do that now. You got to do that now since you're pitching it like that.
I need to share the video about the Edge for your Kickstarter, because I watched this video and I was like, this is dope. So I'm gonna share this real quick. Hold on.
Sir, the Revenant is back.
I have played the puppet far too long. First, you will suffer. Then, you will die.
We have to stop him.
Target in range.
When I give the order, storm the building.
We are in position.
Well. Looks like someone wants to play.
No, Shona! No!
Let's play. This isn't just a fight. This is war.
Like chaos is coming.
Come on now. If that doesn't get you hyped to buy a comic, I don't know what could, dude.
Man, come on now, man. This is crazy, man.
That's not even an intro video. Like most people be like, "Hey, this is my comic. This is all." You put a whole Hollywood trailer out there.
Oh,
like we said before, is that we always want to put quality stuff out there, and we want to not try to compete with the big guys. We want to shoulder to shoulder with them. Mm-hmm. We want to like our stuff to sit on the shelf right next to it, and not people not say, "Well, that's an indie book," so we don't. So we wanted to say, "Oh, that's just like this book." So I mean, what's the difference?
Yeah, man. I think, man, you always put out great stuff, man. I'm always impressed, and I always try to steal from you too, man. I want to say,
no, we don't call it stealing, copying,
borrowing,
no,
plagiarizing.
I'll be straight. I'll be straight stealing. You had a artist who did some pixel art of your characters back in the day. And I was scrolling your page, and I was like, "Oh shoot, I wonder who that is." And you credit them and everything, but they had already shut down their page, so I couldn't steal. But I was going to. I had planned on stealing that, stealing the artist to do some pixel work, but it didn't work out that time. But next time, if you tell me who did that trailer, I'm gonna steal that from you. I'm gonna steal that from you.
Comics trailers. Like I think it's there. He's credited in the video to his Facebook. He's only on Facebook. So that's the only place you're going to be able to find them. But yeah, I encourage everybody to go out and because it's eye grabbing, right? And it's noisy. So playing that trailer at the Comics Pro actually got people to come to our table like, what is all that screaming going on over here?
I love it. I love it.
Now,
Yeah, I'm definitely going.
I
Oh,
noticed on
found
this. Hold on, let me see if it's still here. I did see the Lego Blaine, right? There's an image.
Revenant.
Revenant.
So we did the Blaine one years ago,
Okay.
and we're going to bring it back when we do the Kickstarter for the action figure. So the Blaine, so you'll have a tall Blaine and a little Blaine in the next one.
Okay. I have the Blaine, and it's still in the package. No, is it the Blaine or? I think it's
So
I have the
there
Blaine.
was the Blaine Lego and then the Mystic statue.
Okay.
You might have both.
I think I have
Or
both. So I
okay.
might have to get this Reverend one when
Right.
we
So
can
it
get
looks
that.
like someone pledged at 3,500, so it's unlocked now. So I'll be adding that as a add-on.
All
There we
right.
go.
All right.
There we go. I love
All
it.
right. Now you do have 9 more days left in your Kickstarter. You're less than $500. Was that $494 to go? I mean, what can people outside of what we already mentioned what can people expect to get as far as rewards on this Kickstarter?
So, I mean, we like to give as much bang for your buck as possible. So, everyone who pledges physically will get the bottle of Octus Vis. So, Octus Vis is the commercial version of the Edge. So, in issue 3, there's a character, Marcus Drake. He's the CEO and owner of Drake Industries, and he's been trying to unlock the Edge for years. So he finally unlocks it and creates his own version of it, which he's going to distribute nationally. So that's going to cause even more problems down the line. So you get that. That's included for free. Depending on what tier you back at, so you get trading cards, you'll get stickers. So we're going to throw everything in the kitchen sink at you, and you can add on like prints, other stickers, and things like that as you go.
Nice. I do want to shout out that the Ace Blade just subscribed on Twitch for 14 months in a row to the
Hey.
Age of the Geekdom. Thank you for that.
Consistency.
Looks like we have Mr. Fish Comics in the comments. You also have Dan Bethel, and I think I saw Tempest Law in there. So thank you guys for joining us. We're talking to Marvin Wynn about his comic, The Edge, which is on Kickstarter. So please go check it out when you guys can. So let me put it back here. All right. So you've been making Edge for a few years now. I think at one point I remember reading something like you were only going to make a few issues, like 20 issues or some, and then you've changed your mind since then. Is that right?
Right. So when we originally started work on this with Mark, I'm going to say his last name, Mark Vinkuki, and now he's Mark V from now on because I'm not saying that continuously. It was 25 issues, and I wanted to get in and get out and like do other stuff. But the problem is that as I was creating other stuff, it became part of the Edge. So I'm writing it, and I'm like, working the Edge. So it became a part of the Edge. So it started expanding the story even further as we're going along. And I don't see an end in sight. But as long as I'm enjoying writing it and people are enjoying reading it, I mean, there's no reason to stop.
Yeah, and you're making all this money, like these hundreds of thousands of dollars are pouring in.
Right.
So why stop? You know what I'm saying?
And you get the Johnny Manziel, right?
Yeah, Johnny Manziel. No, man, it's great, man. We don't want you to stop. We want you to be able to keep making comics. So we're always here to support, man. I got to get me a Edge T-shirt now to complete my collection. That's one thing I like to do. In addition to the comics, I like to wear people's merch. So definitely gonna get me one of those Edge T-shirts for sure.
Cool.
Can you make it purple though? Can you make it in purple?
You make it purple. Let me talk to
it.
the T-shirt printer because they're like right around the corner here. So
don't do it, please.
That's the good thing about Pittsburgh is that like we have resources in the city for all this kind of stuff. And I just walk down the street and get new T-shirts and everything.
Nice. I love it. Oh, Mr.
60,000 in the building.
Has entered the chat. Mr. 60,000, Brad Arnott.
60,000.
Wait, 60,000? What's 60,000?
Brad says he has over 60,000 comic books.
Are they all still sealed in packages like mine? Like I get books like that I back on Kickstarter or Indiegogo, and they go into the pile. So I've got like maybe 20, 25 unopened packages from Kickstarter.
Oh, dang.
That's
My plan is always, because I work at a university, so
Mhm.
we get a winter break, and my plan is always to, during winter break, is film myself opening them, and something always comes up and I never get to do it.
yeah. No, we're trying to set up a documentary with Brad to tour his house and all his
All
many.
60,000. Yeah.
We're trying to we're trying to set that up. The first Foretales documentary. Brad touring Brad
Oh,
Arnold.
you should have told Big Phil that he could have made that part of his collections.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's
Collections, yeah,
Was it instead of ESPN's 30 and 30, we're like 4 and 4?
right.
I love it. I love it.
All your books belong to us.
Oh, wow. There we go. All right. So
Terrible.
what's after this Kickstarter? Because this is going to fund. I have confidence in you that it's going to fund. But what can
Uh,
we expect after the Kickstarter?
So after the Kickstarter ends, then we wait for the funding, and then we go into the print phase, because like everything's done, like all these books are done, so they just have to be printed, which is why like I have delivery dates in December. But things happen, so I mean that's a placeholder date. So, and then the Lego figure is going to be out further for delivery for that one, because I have to go to the who will make that, and who knows how long that's going to take, because it's going to come on a slow boat.
Mm-hmm.
So after that, the next year we're going to do the Blaine action figure Kickstarter. So 3 1/4 size scale, GI Joe scale. We're working with Loose Collector, so I'm pretty sure you see them popping up everywhere, doing action figures for everyone now. So they did Rocketeer recently.
Oh, nice.
And they're doing they did Lady Death, they did they're doing El Morato, so they're everywhere now, so they're becoming big. So I had to make sure I had to jump on them before they became big guys to get my stuff done.
Right. I know they did Bloodstrike too. They did Rob Liefeld's.
Oh yeah. They're doing stuff for Rob Life. I think I'm the only one that's doing the GI Joe scale though. I think everyone else is doing the 1/12, so the 6 inch scale.
You're the only one right now, but now that you said it, Danny's going to come out with something pretty soon, I'm sure.
I mean, it's just like I remember from every week hitting to like Toys R Us or KB and seeing the wall of GI Joes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the one thing you miss going into like the Walmarts, and they have those little tiny aisles, is having a whole entire section just for GI Joe stuff. And like one day I'm going to get that USS flag, and it's going to be mine one day. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get that thing, even though it's like 20 times what it cost back then. I'm still going to get it.
Right.
That's the goal. That's the goal.
We got Molly in the building. Hello, and Rolam's up in here. So good to have you all in here.
Checking in.
So I threw something provocative into that draft folder. If you want to pop it open.
Which part? This draft folder you sent me has like 50 other files, so you got to be more.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure you'll know what I'm talking about. I just put it in there.
Oh, you just put it in.
Yeah.
All right. Can you keep the conversation going, Danny, while I look at this?
Oh, I got you. So, are you doing a lot of shows this upcoming year?
So we are in the planning stages. So we're trying to get to MegaCon. Like I've been trying to get into MegaCon for 4 years, and hoping that next year will be the breaking point for us to finally get in there. But we still have one show left this year. So, well, a couple of things. So we've got local comic shop day. So we'll be doing local comic shop day September 28th at New Dimension Comics.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a show in Du Bois, PA that we're doing. We've got Akron in November. But next year, I mean, every year our lead up show is always Three Rivers Comic Con here. And that is one of the last comics focused shows in the country. Like they haven't gone pop culture yet. Like Steel City was another one here where they invite like 30 or 40 celebrities to the show, and it just drowns out everything else.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons I like Heroes. Heroes is
Heroes will be there every year. We'll be there
Yeah.
every year. He moves it.
All right, you got to tell me what the name of this file is because it's not showing me that you just put it in.
Okay. Cool. Well, I closed it, so let me open it back. Oh, no, I didn't. It's open.
Okay.
So that would be
Or send it to me.
the G Edge small .jpg.
Uh-oh.
Say it again. G Edge what?
G Edge SM.jpg.
Oh, okay. All right. I think I see it now.
Got it. Cool. Okay.
Uh,
So while you're prepping that, so issue 9 of the Edge cracks open. I don't want to use the word indieverse because that's played out. But we're opening up the whole entire universe of whatever universe to all the indie characters. So we're going to have a bunch of cameos and guest appearances from indie indie creator characters in the Edge coming up.
It's a trading card.
Yeah, well, that's from Scattered Nexus. So Scattered Nexus is the indie card game. So this is created by Eli Beard, and coming up,
I gotta give my love to California's own Eli Baird.
yes.
So
So we're actually doing a complete and total conversion where it's going to open up like all the Edge characters, and that'll include every character that is appeared in the Edge. So if your character is in the Edge, you will be in the card set. So here's some more cards. So you can get a set of these cards. So these cards I have in my hand will be included in the Kickstarter if you pledge to a physical. So you get these for free.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So you'll be able to play Scattered Nexus and fight other indie characters.
Nice. That's awesome. I know.
I'm just gonna share these two because you said I could.
Yeah, share any whatever's in there.
Blaine, my man Blaine. Mystic is still my favorite, but
here we go.
There he is.
Can we like change that out?
There he is.
No. All right, we can stop for seeing that. There's nothing else at this point.
Can you just make sure I get some Ace Blade cards? I'll be happy. I'll be good with that.
Well, I mean, once we get this rolling, everyone will get comps of their characters, the character set. So what I really want to do is make sure that you get a box set of the entire set. So it'll be in boxes like this. So we want to make sure everybody gets a box of their characters because I want to battle you guys. So we're like, so Brad, issue 10 is available in the Kickstarter, and that's as far as I'm going to go on that Kickstarter. I toyed around with add issue 11 just for fun, but I'm going to stop there because I don't want to get too far ahead because we're only on issue 8 in previews. So I'm trying to level things out, but you can. I think I'll have pre-orders open for issue 11 on the website probably in December.
Okay,
nice. Man, I like the consistency, man. It's great, man. I think one of the things I wish I did when I started is find an artist and stick with the artist and build. You know what I'm saying, and keep the consistency. But these artists keep raising their prices and stuff once they get experience. And
right. I mean, but it's hard though, and like you said, is that it's very rare. Sorry, I'm trying to adjust this light here. I'm looking a little dark here. It's very rare to be working with the same artist for 17 years.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't usually happen that way. But I mean, I think Mark loves the characters as much as I do, and even if he got snagged up by one of the bigger publishers, he still wanted to do the Edge. So that would be cool.
All right. Well, it's time for. Actually, I don't think we had this when you were first on 3 years ago, Marvin. No, you don't think so either?
No, I don't think so.
What is it? I don't know.
All right. I mean, we got to do Danny's. Well, everybody's favorite part of the show now. So this is Danny's favorite part also.
The quick takes. Let's do it. I'm ready when you.
Yeah, I'm good. Let's do it.
Quick takes.
Yeah, there we go. Quick take. So, since we weren't doing this last time, Quick Takes is a rapid Q&A section where we grill our guests on their deepest, darkest secrets from the internet. Yes, I have done a deep dive into your social media, and I learned some things. And I'm just playing. We just asked questions.
Wait. I think you did this before because you bought up the dollar store steaks, but I don't think
right.
it was.
Oh, okay.
That's right.
Wait,
okay.
Was he the first one?
He might have been the first Quick Takes. You might.
I gotta go back and listen. I gotta go back and listen to that episode. I think he might have been.
Quick Takes, man. This is crazy. Okay.
And this will be the last Quick Take. Just to
this is the last one. It is crazy because I'm going to bring up another meat this time.
Yeah.
So
why are you always worried about his meat?
I'm just asking the questions. Okay, so you have 45 seconds to answer each question.
Sure.
And here we go. Here's the first one. Question number 1. What puts you on edge, as in grinds your gears about indie comics specifically?
Lack of consistency and not staying to the path. I think I see a lot of people who start something and don't finish it. And sometimes it's not their fault, because I think a lot of people jump into the comics during the creation process and have no idea how the business was supposed to work. So they fall off really quickly. And that's one of the things that I want to help with, is that business side of it. So that's why we want to do indie summits and do shows like this, so people can be aware of what they're getting themselves into, so they don't stumble and fall and not get back up.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree with you, man. But we all understand that it is difficult out here. Like Mr. Fish says, these artists keep needing to eat. They gotta eat, and they definitely deserve every dollar.
Yeah, you can't eat hopes and prayers. Sorry,
you can't. And shout out to Fish and Brad for backing the Kickstarter. Man,
appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Appreciate y'all for sure. Okay, question number 2. I'm just gonna ask it. What is the best meat, and why is it duck bacon?
You know what? I never even tried it. Like,
you didn't get it?
No, I didn't buy it because I was at, and I want to use the word that a lot of people might not know. I was at the bougie grocery store, and I'm not paying bougie prices for that kind of stuff. I did buy beef bacon, and I didn't like it. So so we tried to stay away from the pork. So try different things and see what works out. Turkey bacon, yeah. The duck one, I didn't get it, but now that you brought it up, now I might go back and get it one day.
You might have to gotta go back and try it now.
Ooh, imagine duck bacon on a hamburger.
Oh man, I don't know. Hey, when you try it out, let me know, because that's the only way I'm gonna try it. I'll do a good turkey bacon every now and then in the air fryer, but I still mess with the regular old pork.
There's a reason why that's called bacon, and everything else is turkey bacon, duck bacon, because it's all trying to be bacon.
Right.
Yeah. For sure. Okay. Question number 3. Question number 3. I know you're a fan of action figures, and you already kind of answered this question, but I was going to ask you, are action figures, in the near future? But you kind of already answered that. So just tell us about the process of getting your own action figure.
Right. So the first thing, you might want to turn off the clock for that one.
No, you still got 45 seconds.
So the first thing I would tell anyone about making action figures is not to do. The upfront cost of it is daunting, and then the production is daunting, and then having to move thousands of action figures is going to be where you're probably going to lose your mind. You guys know Tom Hutchinson. He did that Critter action figure. He still has figures left over from his Kickstarter. I think he did 2 or 3 years ago. So it's going to be very difficult to move those things.
I mean,
so you're not going to get you're not going to
$2 million though.
Well, that's Todd McFarlane.
Right. Everybody, I think that's one of the tough things, man. Like people don't realize, like Todd McFarlane has been making comics for a very long time, and he's probably the top tier of indie characters. You know what I'm saying? He's number one or two, and when it comes to indie characters, and he has a whole infrastructure and business around his around Spawn that he's
Right.
been
But
building.
he's making so much money. So now he's doing like G.I. Joe, he's doing DC. So he's making so much money off the action figures. He doesn't care about the comic. That's why he can sell them for $2.99. He doesn't care. That's not making him any money. Those action figures was making him his money.
Right, for sure. Okay, question number 4. So I don't know if you're still a fan, but I know at one point you were a fan of the Disney Plus shows. So I want to know which, in your opinion, in 45 seconds, what is the best Disney Plus show and what is the worst Disney Plus show and why?
I'm not positive guy, man. I wouldn't consider anything the worst. I mean, I would put some things I would put on the bottom scale. I really liked Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Me too.
And I didn't finish Hawkeye. So I guess I would say Hawkeye would be the bottom list. I didn't finish it, but I just watched Agatha all along. I thought that was pretty good. I really enjoyed the beginning of the show when she like doing the police procedure stuff, and she wasn't really doing that, and her neighbors are just like letting her do whatever she wants to do, even though she's not doing this show. I thought that was great.
Did you watch Echo?
Yes. I still didn't, but I want to say again, I didn't finish Hawkeye. I finished Echo.
Okay.
I also enjoyed Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I haven't started. Is Agatha all out, or are they doing
just
the week?
2 episodes?
That's weekly. Yeah, they did the first 2 episodes, and then it'll bookend. So the last 2 episodes will be at the end too. So you're gonna have to go weekly in between that.
Okay, I'm gonna catch up with that probably this weekend. I gotta restart my.
Right. But I mean, the one show that I will go to the ends of the earth to tell people to watch is From on MGM Plus.
Is what?
From?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, starting its 3rd season. If you haven't watched that show, I highly recommend it. It's probably one of my favorite shows over the last 10 years.
Oh wow. Okay. That's the one with the guy from Lost, right?
Yep. Harold Perry. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. I'll check it out. Okay, and last but not least, question number 5. We always have our guests do a top 5 list right off the top of their heads, and kind of put you on the spot. So I want to know from you, Marvin Wynn, in your opinion, what are the top 5 Hasbro characters from your top 5 favorite, best, or just greatest of all time? Starting with 5 and then ending at 1.
Starting at 5. Chuckles, Falcon, Snake Eyes, Lifeline for some reason, and Duke. Duke has always been my favorite character from G.I. Joe for some reason.
Chuckles? Who is Chuckles?
Chuckles was the undercover guy. He wore the Hawaiian shirt.
Oh, okay.
He would go undercover and like pretend he was with Cobra and things like that, but wearing a Hawaiian shirt.
Why is he named Chuckles?
I don't know. It's just a send up on like Magnum PI, like he's wearing a Hawaiian shirt. Like when he was in the G.I. Joe the movie, but he wasn't like undercover. He was like this mute guy that threw like rockets.
Yeah, we gotta look at Chuckles real quick.
Yeah, there you go. There he is.
Hilarious. I don't know why I thought you were gonna have some Transformers in there, man. That's a good one. That's a good list though.
Yeah, did you do all G.I. Joe on that list?
I did.
Pretty much, yeah.
I focused on that because like all the G.I. Joe references in the Edge. So that was
I can see it. I can see it.
But if you wanted, like, my favorite Transformer is Hot Rod. So
Hot Rod, okay.
Not Rodimus Prime, Hot Rod.
Hot Rod. Love it. Okay, man. Well, appreciate you doing that. This week, Quick Takes is brought to you by Gemini Comic Supply. If you go over to Gemini Comic Supply and enter the promo code AceBlade, you'll get 10% off your entire order. Appreciate you doing that for us.
No problem.
All right, Marvin, it's the end of the show. We want to make sure everybody follows you and keeps up with you. So we want to have our listeners, what's the best place for our listeners to listen to? Let's rewind this. I'm messed up.
Try it again. Try it again.
All right, Marvin. It's the end of the show. I want to make sure our listeners follow you and keep up with you and what you're doing. Where's the best place for them to do that?
Probably Facebook.
Facebook.
That's probably where like I do most of my communication. Like, but I'm on Instagram. I'm on X. X doesn't really drive anything towards me, so I don't spend a lot of time on there. But it's the Edge Comic, and the Edge Comic on Instagram. On Twitter, it's Marvin Wynn because someone has the Edge Comic and they don't ever post and they won't delete the account. Let me have it.
That sucks.
It does.
Okay.
It does.
Danny, where can people follow you and check you out?
Well, if you're looking for me, the best place to go is our website, fourthwallpros.com. If you want to find me on social media, it's at the Ace Blade on all social media platforms. Kyron, where can people find you?
Damn, they haven't done anything, and they started in 2016. That's horrible. It's just an empty page. Why would you do that? It's just an empty page. They didn't post nothing. They not one thing.
Nope.
All right. Anyways, if you want to follow me, you can follow me on all social media networks because I was able to actually get it before somebody took it, but at Taurus Comics. And you can also you can go to my website at Taurus Comics. You can buy my books there. If this is the first time you've ever listened to our podcast, you can go to our website, fourtailspodcast.com. You can listen to our previous episodes, maybe buy some merchandise, things like that. But please join us next week where it's going to be the end of September recap. Danny and I will be by ourselves talking about what we went through this month, talking about maybe books we've read. And
the
you know, this might be a good time to maybe discuss some Beam Awards, discuss how we're going to do that, about the changes we've made. So please join us with that. But until next time, everybody, sayonara, goodbye, and please take care of yourselves.
Good night.
I want to know what it is Quick is trying to say.